Hi friends, it's Allison. Welcome back to AJ's Inspired Life. Welcome if you're new. Today we are doing the week 2, April week 2 of the Inspired to Create prompts. Oh, here is my janky hashtag. I really mean to do better than this. And I always forget. I always like, If you guys want to play along, we'd love to have you. There's no signing up. There's nothing. It's free. We put out a word every week on Wednesdays, and yeah, and then we make something fun out of it. So what I tend to do is make a page in my journal. You can do whatever you want, okay? So what does that mean? There are people that, did I fill up? I did not fill up my water, but I think I have enough. There are people that do glue books. People have made tags. People make pages. Do whatever you want. Make a postcard. I got a beautiful postcard in the mail from one of you. Make a pocket. Do whatever you want to do. You can make a whole theme on the word. You could break it up however you like. There's literally no rules. And so that's part of the fun. I have a beautiful invoice here that I just filmed for you guys. I'm going to take off that. And I realize that my stamps might be a little big. So what I tend to do is I like to stamp out the word for you. So again, we're on week 2. This month we did break it up, and Melissa chose the first 2 words. I mean, we looked at a list or whatever, and kind of decided. She wanted 2 words, and then I chose 2 words, right? Because there's 4 weeks this month, and so oh my gosh, I'm telling you what, the word she chose. So the first week we did Easter, because last Wednesday was the first Wednesday of the month, and then Easter was this week. Now again, if you don't celebrate Easter, you don't have to do anything Easter themed or anything at all. That was just the word. Mine was not Easter themed. I had an elephant and something, not Easter themed, okay? So don't feel intimidated by a word if it's something that doesn't suit you necessarily. Feel free to scramble up the letters and do whatever you want. All right? So this week, I don't even know if I got these on this piece of paper. Oh, kind of. Shoot. I don't know. We'll see. This week, Melissa chose this word because it's her favorite, I think, word or thing or whatever. And so, yeah. We are doing the word bunny. And so, oh my gosh, this is the week. So then on top of the word of the week, if you will, there's like a little challenge. So this is the word, and then we figure out how are we going to get our prompts. And so the first week of the month, we always choose our own prompts, and whatever I want to choose for me and whatever she wants to choose for her. And that's what most of you do also. The second word of the month, we tend to swap prompts. So like I send her one, she sends me one, or the list, right? And so this is the week. Oh my goodness, this is the week that I'm going to try this. You can see I don't clean these. And so they have other paint on them. I don't know what color. I think it might come out brown is my concern. But it is what it is. We're just going to do it. Oh my gosh, you guys. So Melissa sent me the prompts. It's going to come out brown. Do we still do it? We're going to do it. And and then see these, they go right back in the bag. Like I don't wash them or anything. It's okay. All right. So, oh my gosh. Yeah. So she sent me her prompts, and now we have to get to, right, make a Oh, I'm so sorry. That was me. That was me. Let me see if I still have you. I do. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, we now get to figure out what to do for this prompt page. So I am going to just pick up the rest of this ink and smush it onto some paper. I'm using like a packaging thing. It does have a lip on it, but my entire piece of paper doesn't necessarily fit in here, but I do like using this because it doesn't ooch all over my desk. So hopefully we can get most of it. Oh, look at that. Look at that smush paper. That's beautiful. Let's see. Yeah, so pretty. Okay. All right. Okay. So we'll let that dry and then we'll have a beautiful piece of paper to play with. And then that's, you know, almost clean. Clean enough for now. Okay. All right, folks, here we go. So the prompts she chose, I have like a piece of tape or something still stuck on here. Well, I already wrote them out. Okay, here's the text she sent me. Okay, so for the word bunny, for B, she gave me bunny. For U, umbrella. N, napkin. N, newspaper. And Y is yarn. All right. Fairly simple upon first glance, I know. I'll tell you right now, I don't have yarn. I found a piece. Yeah, so this is always a little bit harder than it sounds like it's going to be to me. Anyway, okay, I am working in my journal. So today is not Wednesday, but I'm going to put the prompt on Wednesday. And so what I do is I make a piece of paper to fit the page. Now this journal is quite small. I did choose paper for Wednesdays that I could work with, and this one happens to be a fold out. So I've gone ahead and cut my piece of paper to fit on this piece right here. Okay. And you can see I've marked it with an arrow for the top and an F for the front. Okay. Just so we don't get somehow, I don't even know what, but if I could do it, I mean, if it can get screwed up, I can do it. Okay. Okay. So here's our piece of paper. This is my prompt list that will slide in this way behind my page like that. Okay, so we'll glue this down and then we'll glue the sides of this. So this will slide in. I'll probably cut a little bit off the edges here and we'll slide it in this way. And I'll do some journaling on the back regarding the prompts and that sort of thing. Okay. Whew. Okay, so I did already go through my stuff because I can't imagine the pain sometimes of you watching. I knew I had this napkin. So this was the first thing I pulled. This was Happy Mail from one of you. I believe like it, you know, it folds. It had 4 bunnies on it, I believe. And I've used 2. This is number 3. So I have 1 left, but I knew I had this. So that's where we started. Okay. So this actually takes care of 2. I have bunny and napkin already taken care of. So, so there's that. I do have this piece of scrapbooking paper, which I've been using. You've seen me cut apart this one this month, you know, for umbrellas with the rain. I absolutely love this piece of paper. And I forgot, I mean, I didn't know I had this big piece. I was obviously hoarding this one. So, okay, so we have umbrella. We already have napkin. For newspaper, I pulled a piece of like newspaper in a different language, and I thought that would be kind of fun. And then for yarn, I literally don't, I don't have yarn. I don't knit or anything. I have some of this stuff that look like a ball of yarn, but when I get it open, it's not. And I have this in maroon or in purple. So what I do have is this, which was also like a knittable, I don't even know. I don't know if it's yarn, but it's going to be today. Okay, so consider yourself yarn, little thing. Okay, so here we go. What we normally do is peel off the backing to this, but I'm not going to do that quite yet, because when we pull off the backing, it obviously makes it thinner and more transparent, which is fine if that's what we want. But I do know on like some other collaging, when I've used napkins, if you don't want it transparent, I wish I would have left the backing on, if that makes sense. So like if this is completely clear and I put it over this newspaper, I mean, it already shows through as it is. If I take off the layers behind this, the thin white layers, this will almost be like completely clear, and sometimes you lose your image. So I'm just not too sure how I want to use it yet. And so I'm just going to wait to take off the backing. Now, I did not have a piece of newspaper that fits this completely. You can see we could cut this, and I'm close, right? I'm close. This, yeah, I don't like this side as much. Like it has the coloring, and I really wanted just this black and white. So I think what I'm going to do is cut it up, and then we'll re-glue it to be what we want. Right? Right. Okay. I don't remember where I got this newspaper, but I am super glad I did. It was a while ago. Well, this date right here says 2007. I'm not too sure I've had it that long. I'm sure I have not had it that long, in fact, because, yeah, no. I'm willing to say I have not had it that long. Only because we have moved since then, like a major move. And although I kept all my scrapbooking stuff that is that old, I did not, in fact, I wasn't even doing journaling or junk journaling or any of that at that time. So, but I did get rid of that sort of stuff as we came, I purged all the magazines and all that kind of stuff that I was using. Okay. So now we have these pieces, and yeah, we have plenty to cover. So my thought was we might I think, look at the little tiny sticker. I had put that on. That's so funny. Look how tiny it is. Ugh. I had put it on my calendar of the month, and then it obviously got flicked off or something. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and cut this up, and we'll use it going different directions and stuff. Okay. I like it when words and fonts and writings, go different directions. I think that's fun. I'm choosing some of the fuller boxes of it, if you will. Like, I would probably still use this one, but some of them are kind of empty, more like that, and I would probably not use that piece, but I might use that piece. Okay, so that was my thought on that. I'm just cutting them up randomly. I love the characters on this writing. I wish I was fluent in more than one language. I am not. Okay, so I think at some point we just glue. I think I'm just going to use this as my background and not... I do this every time. You know what I was looking at. If you're new here, welcome, by the way. I have some liquid glue that I want to learn to use better. The Yes paste that I got actually at the thrift store. And I'm not super good friends with it yet. And, you know, I'd like to be, but I'm not. So I'm going to glue right over my markings, and we'll just have to remember the folds on the left. Okay. So see this one, I am going to cut it. I don't want these blank spaces here. And I'm going to maybe, I don't know if alternate's the right word, but I think alternate somehow leads to the idea of a pattern. I don't know. But for right now, we'll alternate these. I'm not saying I'm going to do that the whole way, is my whole point. I'm not saying I have enough paper to do that the whole way. Yeah, I don't know. I did envision this kind of being the background. And my other thought was I could have Mod Podged this on. But I think the glue stick is just fine. I'm gonna have to cut some more newspaper. Yeah, the blank line thing is bothering me, so we're gonna get rid of that. Now, I know I'm a little far away for you guys to see. I am one line over right here on this fold, so we're gonna end up folding it not where the paper is, but that's okay. That's okay. Let's see what I want to do here. And we're one line over here, but that's all right. We're gonna do something like that. I mean, there's stuff going on top of this too, so it's not, you know, it's not the focal point. It's definitely going to be the background. So now here I have a little tiny edge, and I also have an edge here. I'm going to move it to cover up this edge. This is the edge that's going into the edge of my book. So there's going to be like tape or whatever else here, or we can cover it up. So I'd rather have a little edge here than here. All right, we'll keep going down this way. This is probably way more work than I needed to do with this. I probably could have cut like 3 big pieces, right? But I am liking the look. So we'll do, okay, now right there it says 13th year. So I'm going to put it this way in hopes that maybe it gets covered up right there, okay? And we'll come down like this. You can see how straight either my cutting or my gluing is because the dot grid tells us that we are off. That's okay. All right, well, we're going to make it with the amount we cut, which is a nice thing. I do have a few in my trash bin here. So like, you know, we can do that. And this one will go over here. See the 2007, I'm putting it down at the bottom again in hopes. Well, no, I don't have to do that actually. Sorry. Never mind. I'm going to put it on this edge. We have a little bit of cutoff on this edge to do, so that's okay. It should be fine. All right, and then we have this little corner right here. Okay, so there is our background. Let me trim it up. And then we have our piece of paper. Now, this journal is pretty small considering what I normally work in. And so this piece of paper, like that's the actual page size. And so I'm grateful that we have a flip out on this page because it does give us some more real estate. Okay, so we can cross off. Let's see, I put a dot by it when I got it, and then we'll cross it off as we I was debating if I wanted to keep this piece of actual paper, but I don't need to. So, okay. So now we have bunny, umbrella, and yarn. So we don't have like too many more elements that we have to actually put onto our page. It's just a matter of how we want to incorporate it. So I actually think I have enough umbrellas on here. I don't have to use this. Yes, yes, I'm just hoarding it. It's okay. It's okay. All right, let's see. So my thought was, I don't think we need this one, but we'll save it just in case. It runs up against the edge of the paper, but that's okay. All right. Let's cut these out. See what we can do here. I've been using these like in my journal, or it's been raining here, you guys. Like, actually, as I look outside, it's not raining, but it's gonna rain some more. It literally has not stopped raining in a very long time, which is fine. That's what we do here in the Pacific Northwest, but I'm kind of over it, to be honest. It's fine. I mean, it's like 40-something degrees. I was out in flip-flops this morning, but like, I'm just over being wet. So, and ironically, we don't use umbrellas, so it's kind of like, it's kind of funny, but let's see. My thought was maybe I would just kind of run them down, you know, this edge here. And I don't think, let's see. Some of these are going to show up better than others, obviously, on this paper. So we don't need to fussy cut them all. Well, I like the pink, obviously. So I actually don't think we need the yellow because there's not a lot of yellow or green in this. There's actually no orange, but we could do something like that, actually. And we don't need that one, maybe. Can you hear the birds, though? I mean, the birds are so stinking happy. They're just like, it's spring, wash everything off for us. Let's just come out and make everything beautiful, which I am here for. But I like wearing shoes that I don't have to worry about getting wet, which limits my shoe wearing, if you know what I'm saying. So that's my biggest thing. And then like I don't like running anyway. It just, although, oh my gosh. Okay, you guys, the new gym announcement got announced. We started a new challenge at the gym, and they changed it. So last time it was rowing or biking, and I paced myself, and I had planned on doing a little bit every day, quite frankly, over the 6 weeks. And the first guy that finished did it over the weekend, and it was a lot. I can't remember how many miles it was. I mean, it was anyway. So this one is not. This one is running or walking, and they're only going to allow us to do 5 miles a week. So anyway, by the end of it, we will have done a marathon, obviously, but it's 5 point whatever miles a week, whatever it is. It'll be a marathon distance by the end of it. But I'm like, that sucks because it has to be outside, which is fine. I haven't, and I can walk it. I mean, I probably will not walk it, but anyway, the point is it's wet. That's my whole point. And so, yeah, I'm ready for it not to be wet so we can get outside. But at the gym, I don't like running. We have a major hill, and I'm not a fast runner, so and it just doesn't feel good on my knee. And when it's wet and icy especially, it's like, no, thank you. So yeah, that's it. I'm ready for some warmer weather. All right. So, okay. So I'm not going to use these colors. So we'll put those away. So this is where we are like right now. Now, I will probably, I'm just trying to think. I mean, I could leave this square. It's kind of speaking to me as if it wants to be a pocket. That would be interesting because we could make this our pocket. I am conscious that the fold is right here. And we could make this our tag that goes in it. I mean, is that too simple? Is that too easy? Otherwise, we could cut this bunny out, but, well, I do have another bunny, but let's see. I am feeling like he wants to be a pocket. That's interesting. I'm gonna grab a piece of paper, and we're going to make a pocket out of this little napkin. I know, it's super simple. I don't know if I'm cheating. I don't know. Oh, that's the sparkle Mod Podge. Are we going to sparkle this whole thing? Why would we not? I mean, yes. Let's sparkle it all. Okay, again, if you're new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. But I will tell you, I'm having a little bit of a crisis. And that is simply that, oh, what's happening here? I might actually be having a crisis. What's happening? I will tell you, I cannot find Mr. Janky. I know. It's okay. I'm sure he'll turn up, but yeah, I'm a little panicked. I don't know where he is. And yeah. So, and I know some of you are, well, Allison, that's fine because Mr. Janky had to go. but I'm not ready. And Mr. Janky, yeah. I'm sure I don't know. I mean, where could he be? My husband wouldn't take him or anything. So, yeah, see, I don't, oh, shoot. I actually don't want to do this. I'm going to get out my regular Mod Podge. Oh, is it too late? I don't even know if I can get this Mod Podge out, you guys. That's how much I don't use the regular Mod Podge. Excuse my reach, excuse my reach. I'm so sorry. Okay, let's rethink the situation that we're dealing with, okay? Okay, I'll do this. And I just want to put some regular Mod Podge down here. It will still be a little bumpy, but that's okay. And we'll put the glitter Mod Podge on top, but not underneath. I want to make sure, look at this brush, like leave stuff. I want to make sure I have enough because I'm leaving the 2 layers on this napkin. Okay. So it does actually have to go through the 2 layers. Otherwise, like if I pick it up right now, it will separate. Just like that. Okay, so I want to make sure that it's actually soaked through the 2 layers. Now, oh, okay. Okay, I hear you, I hear you. I hear everybody. I hear you. Okay, I'll separate them because I hear you. I should just start on a new piece of paper. I also hear you on that. Some of you I hear more than others, just so you know. Some of you I hear more than others. I literally can. Okay, okay, okay. Let's just take that as like take 1. This is take 2. I'm going back on what I said. I don't need the layers on here because I have the white paper behind it. So we can just separate them. And, okay. All right. I hear you. Just, it took me a moment. Now we'll just start with the right Mod Podge. And we don't even have to come all the way down into this corner. We can just cut around it. So I'm going to be kind of liberal with where I want this. Yeah, this brush is also leaving little remnants everywhere. Normally I would say save that napkin, but it's kind of gunky already, so. All right, I would recommend maybe using a clean brush. Maybe an acrylic one without the bristle stuff, but okay. Okay. There we go. There we go. I also got this at Goodwill, which was a smoking deal. So, all right, now we can put the pretty Mod Podge on top. Okay. That's better. That's better. We do need to be a little gentle. The glitter, well, it's rough, right? And so if you pull it too hard across some of this, it will rip it. So be gentle. Okay, we're going to let that dry. Over here, I'm trying to think. I guess I think if I use the Mod Podge, it will show on this newspaper. That's what I'm thinking. And I don't necessarily want that. I'm looking what I have right next to me. I do have some stickles. I do have some other acrylic paint. So let's do this. I'm going to use this. I'm just going to back it to give it some. I was trying to decide if I wanted to use a colored cardstock or something, but I don't think I need to. I mean, the other option, of course, is to use, maybe we'll do that. Is to use the smush paper we just made. Yeah? Yeah. All right. This paper, I mean, I say it every month. This is out of a Happy Planner that I got at Goodwill a while ago. Maybe for $1 or $2 or something. It has a full year of stuff in it, as well as all these blank pages in the back, and I absolutely love it. It's got a soft dark gray grid on it if you can't see those dots, and it's just fun to use and play with, obviously. Let's see if I can get some of this color. It's also nice because of the grids, you can kind of line stuff up, right? And in theory, kind of get stuff straight. It's a theory, right? It's a theory. Let's see. Some extra glue. All right. Perfect. Okay. So now we can cut this out. And I was going to cut it shorter when it was going to go sideways, but I don't have to because it's going to go long ways now. I mean, we can still cut it down, but we don't need to. And I still have some more paper to use. So that's exciting. This is not close to dry, so we might have to put a little you know, air on that. I'm trying to look at something. I have some printouts here from Sweet Elizabeth, her little phones, and I will just Mod Podge some of these. My printer, the ink runs a little bit if I drag it too much, so I want to be careful not to do that, but that will be fun. Some sparkly phones to use. And we'll get the glitter as much off the brush, and we'll let those dry, and that goes in the water. Okay. And then we could put away, I think we're done with the Mod Podge. Excuse my reach again. It goes into a very distinct little corner over here. All right, this guy is a little bumpy because he's still drying. I wish obviously the was down a little bit there, but that's okay. It's okay. So, what's our thought on this? I think we'll outline it and add an eyelet. What color do we want to outline it in, though, is the question of the day. I am tempted just to do a gray because let's see what we have. See, isn't that weird? See how colors change? That's more of a blue. Gray. All right. This will just give us an edge. We could have inked it for sure. Now the question is, do we want to do this side? And I think the answer is probably yes. Again, we could have gotten out some ink and done it that way, but this works. Okay. So there's our tag. I know it's not very creative, you guys. It's like a pocket and a tag. I know. It's just where I'm at today. I don't know, you know, we create on the day where we are, and that's where I'm at. So do I have anything? I have a white flower. That might be, because the rest is like a lot. Now, I also don't have a lot of room up here. You know, I could have given myself a little bit more room. I have a yellow flower. I have, oh, these are stuck together. I do have a heart, but it would be like too much, like in there. I think the white flower works. So this is the Crocodile, the original. It's linked below. It's an Amazon link. If you don't have it, there's this one. I also have a bigger one that has a bigger reach. I guess you have to decide what your needs are. I had this one forever before I had the bigger one. If you're not doing things with a long reach, like binding a book or something, this one is perfect. All right, so it punches holes and it obviously sets eyelets. And you don't need to change the settings or anything on this one. On the bigger one, you have to switch it from hole punch to eyelet, which is not a big deal. I'm just, you know. All right, so that goes there. Oops, and that came out a little, oh, I didn't even check it. Should I re-smush it? I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Okay, so we have some of this yarn stuff. I'm hesitant to call it yarn, you guys. And it's very long. It's obviously too long. So how much of this do we want to use? Ooh, I don't know, probably half. Let's do that. And then we'll kind of do half again and half again. That probably works. Yeah? Sure. Can I get that through? Probably not. Probably need to thread it. Ugh. Not in the mood. Well, I'll just do it different. We'll send it through this way. And cut it. I'll tie a knot, and then I'm going to place the other one across it like that. And tie a knot again. And then tie a knot with this one. And if you want to get crazy, we don't need to. That knot, you could use strings that didn't come from the same. That's perfect. It's perfect. Okay, so what do we have? We have these little umbrellas still. And I think I will, oh my gosh, I had a date with my glue yesterday, folks. Look at that. Look at it. It just is flowing. Yeah, we had some words, I'm not gonna lie, and we had a little quality time together. And now we're happy again. Everyone's happy and working. So we're gonna drop these down like this. There we go. Okay, and then we'll put the pin back in here so it doesn't clog. I'm still trying to fix my beautiful mermaid pin. Okay, what I want to do is add We'll just add stickles. I think this is the same. We'll just use the stickles. This is not really the one I wanted. I don't know where the top is. It might be in here. That's great. That's great. Let's see. I may have thrown it out when I may have yelled at it. I'm not too sure. Don't know. We'll add some sparkles this way. Yes, we could have done this with Mod Podge. I thought the stickles had the little top on it that, you know, you can write with, or not that I was going to write, but you know, the little nozzle top still, but it either came off and it's in here, which I don't think so. Yeah, no, it must have popped off. You know how sometimes they get stuck, and then, which is probably why it's out here on my desk, because all right. But I mean, it's perfect. All right, so those have that on it. Now, I swear I'm feeling a little, what is happening in my drawer over here? There is, that's interesting. So this is glitter paint. Oh my gosh, do you guys see it? It's like liquid. That's nuts. Hey, you'll be excited. Guess what I bought? Wipes. Well, you're probably not as excited as I am, but I've been missing these for a little bit. So that's interesting. It's definitely super liquidy. I was storing it upside down. Huh. Maybe you're not supposed to do that. Don't know. Interesting. All right. My thought was we would add some on here. I'm feeling a little dangerous with this thing though. I guess we can do it with this. I don't want to use that acrylic paint thing right now because it's literally liquid. So this is harder than it should be because the stickles normally has, you know, the top to it that kind of squirts it out nicely. But that's all right. All right, we'll store it on its side, so I guess I'll be using some glitter stickles this week to get rid of that bottle, huh? I have been enjoying keeping track of my used stuff every month. And it's obviously interesting not only how much stuff we use, but what we use. Obviously, every month I've used up a few glue sticks. I can't remember if I used a stickles up yet or not. But kind of fun. All right. Okay, that's fun. So I'm going to leave that, I guess, upside down for right now. This I'm going to store right side up again. That's very, can you hear it though? It's very liquidy. That's very strange. All right, and we'll put that little guy in there in the water. This glue is ooching. Stop it. All right. Drying, drying, drying. Let's see. Let's use the actual dryer for a minute. I think that it's dry enough to cut. It's not completely dry, obviously, but I think we can go ahead and cut it. Yeah. Okay. So and I'm just going off the napkin line, so there's no way this is straight, but I don't think anyone cares. All right, let's see where we're at. Let's see if I can bring you in just a little bit. All right. Now you can see it's overlapping with this umbrella a little bit. I don't have any edge over here to cut off, so I am going to cut off some of this edge over here. And then if it's still touching, it's still touching. So it's just the way it's going to be. There we go. We're all right. We're all right. I could have moved this guy over a little bit if I had planned this a little bit better, but that's okay. So I'm going to use the liquid glue because I think everyone's consensus has been that if we use the tape, it stays sticky, and you know, if you're putting tags and stuff in it, that they might still get stuck. So we will use the glue. We have quite a bit of wiggle room to play with on the width of it. It's not like the tag's going to go right up to the edge. All right. Ooh, shoot. Guess what I didn't do and I wanted to? And I don't know if I can. This is a gamble. This is a gamble. Do we do it? What do we do? What do we do? Shoot. I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know because it's wet and it's it may not cut through this. This is a gamble. Whew, living on the edge. That's what we're doing here, folks. We're living on the edge. Totally could have botched that. Okay, there we go. So the edges are glued down. This is not completely dry, so okay. Look at that. And then this, which is also still wet, will go inside, right? But that will be our page. Yeah, kind of exciting. So there you go. Here's Frank. Frank is helping. All right, and that is week 2, you guys, of April 2023 for the Inspired to Create _2023. And I am super glad you've been here. If you haven't already gone over and checked out Melissa's channel, she's linked below. She's Messy Missy Creates. Go see what she has created with the prompts I gave her, which are completely different. It's just so funny. It's so funny to me. Like, that's why I'm just really enjoying this, because we are all just so different and have different ideas about things, obviously. And I just think it's fascinating. So I love seeing all your guys' takes on these. They are just so creative. And some of the prompts, I'm like, oh, well done. Bravo, bravo. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this little glittery mess that we made. And I really had fun. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I didn't know. I never know how it's going to go when I start. I really am like, oh gosh. And then it just kind of happens. So I appreciate you being here. If you're playing along, please use the hashtag, tag myself, tag Melissa so we can find you guys. And I definitely want to see it. So let me know. And I cannot wait to see what you guys come up with. So again, the prompt for week 2 is bunny. And we just swapped words. So if you have a crafty friend or, you want to swap with someone, like ask them for some words. The words Melissa gave me were bunny, umbrella, napkin, newspaper, and yarn. And I didn't cross them off, but we've used them all. So that's it for me, you guys. Thanks for hanging out. I cannot wait to see what you create. I am just always so inspired by this community. So thanks for being here. And I hope you find something today that inspires you. Take care. Bye.